The Ayatollah regime in Iran plans to resume parts of its nuclear program in response to a recent round of US sanctions. According to Iranian state media Monday, the Islamic Republic will reduce what it calls its minor and general commitments under the 2015 nuclear deal, while at the same time remaining in compliance with the accord.
I should say that today our war with the US is about hope. They want to destroy our hope, and we should do the same. They are hopeful that they will destroy Iran, and we should make them disappointed.
The move comes as Iran still hopes to convince the EU, Russia and China to help the country bypass the US oil embargo. The statement is also designed to send a diplomatic signal to the US amid rising tensions over Iran's oil shipment routes in the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian officials blasted President Trump's oil embargo and promised to continue its energy exports, even at the risk of a military conflict with the US.
Most of the regime's revenue comes from oil exports. Iran is having a harder time meeting their funding commitments for Hezbollah, for Hamas, for their Shia proxies in Syria. And so we want to make it hard for Iran to execute its foreign policy.
For their part, Israeli intelligence claims Iran could be planning attacks on US interests in the Middle East. The plan could include a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, as well as hostile actions against America's regional allies and military installations. Over the past few days, Tehran-backed terror group Hamas ramped up rocket attacks against Israel, killing 4 civilians this past weekend. Amid growing concerns, the Pentagon boosted U.S. military presence in the Gulf region.
I spoke last night about what's going on today and what our concerns are about the Islamic Republic of Iran. We have continued to see activity that leads us to believe that there's escalation that may be taking place, and so we're taking all the appropriate actions.
U.S. officials also warned Iran against attempting provocations in the coming days. The Ayatollah regime is believed to pose a credible military threat as it faces imminent economic collapse if the U.S. succeeds at reducing Iran's oil exports to zero.
We say it's not, but if you look at Secretary Pompeo's public statements on this, he talks about all the different boxes Iran has to check. It's tantamount to regime change. It's such a fundamental change in Iranian behavior at home and abroad that it would be tantamount to regime change.
Tehran says it will announce retaliatory actions against the US on May the 8th. Kristian, Rouz, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.